Hi, welcome back to a new part of our tutorial to build a train. Last time we did that all. Today I want to make with you the smoke of this train. So we go over our train where the smoke should come out. That is here. We click here. Then we add mesh the sphere. We let them on this side at first, at this size. Then spacebar, search quick smoke, and he builds that automatically. That all is too deep, so we go here at the down part and we scale them in the whole thing. Scale set and bring them to a size that we think it's right for this smoke later. Then we will go more to the back. So scale Y. So that should be all smoke later. And we see that is too bright at the front, but we let it so we have more variation there. So we scale down that ball there and bring that down to the train. And we must play around with that a little, that we see what we got. We must go here a little bit deeper, I see. Good. Now that we have that, we can make here another space with holding on click data. Then we get a timeline here. That is that here. And here we can now press play. And you see he will make some smoke there. That is good, but that goes up too. So we have two possibilities to do that. It comes to the backside. That is, you can make a force field here with wind or something else, but we make it another way. We have here the scene values, and there beside is that here, the scene, that, and there is the gravity. Normally gravity from top to down. That is set. We don't want set, we want the gravity in Y. So the smoke goes to the Y. So I try it with -9 and play again. Here we go to near end. I think 100 can be enough. 100 frames he makes now. And you see what happens. It comes to that part that we want. But it's very slow. That comes because of our, when we go here to our physics, there is our domain. Domain is this great yellow thing. There we need to click on adaptive domain. That means he only calculates that what you see, not the whole thing when there's nothing in. And here we must go to 96. That is divisions for the resolution. And when we now go here to solid mode, then it takes not so much. And we make play and you see what happens. Comes out there and goes to the back. And you see here that it is too short. So we have to make it here longer. So we go to 200. Then we have here, I must look that all. that is our smoke itself. Let's here flow smoke. Here is density and all the other things that we need later. So at first we go to our materials and he automatically makes a material for that smoke. And this material doesn't work. So we cut here with control, holding control and click left mouse and you can cut off it. I give you here screencast keys. So good. Then I delete that all. Oh, that was all. I mean, without the material input, we need that, surely. So, um, the problem is that there is no normal material that we use in this smoke, and smoke is more particles, and that is volume. So we need to add a shader, a volume scatterer, and a volume absorption, and that we make into the volume. Let's see what happens. And we need an add shader to get them both together. So input shader, add shader, bring it here and connect both together. Then we have that. Now that we have them both, we can make here play. And you see he tries to make that smoke thing. We now can see it in render. And you see it's only one crate or black that you see. That is because we have to have the shape of that. That we can get about the attribute. So input attribute. We go here. We call it density. Density. And this density factor we can use for the density in this and for the density in that. And when we now render that, live render, then you see we have the real smoke that we see there. That is good for now. To make this more good looking, we need to have here a contrast into color contrast that we bring between that. So we can bring that here away. And to get that harder, we make here 5 that makes the density higher of this smoke. And then we add also a math converter between that. Make it on multiply. With that, we can also handle the thickness of that, the density of that. So we bring that here to density 2. And then file, save as. And he makes also then a plant cache file in your working folder. That's normally. So we let them make it again. See, the frames are very, very slow. That is when he makes it one time, the whole frames, then it goes faster because it's in the cache then later. In a moment, we try to make it more floating and more outgoing stuff there. to get it more good look. Good. So we have the divisions, we have that. We try now here a rendered view of that, live rendered view, and go near, and then we look what happens. Okay, we have the density here, we have the domain. The scale time maybe is too slow. I try another one. Now he takes long because he makes it the first time. We play around with all these values that we get one that makes a good result for us. We must go here in a moment. Here he makes some. Moment, I must look. That here must be the domain. I go back to this mode here. So that is the domain, that's right. That here is our flow, that is smoke. We take here fire and smoke. That gives more variances there. Then we play it again and again and again, and you see here comes now fire into. And we see that this go too straight. It should be a little bit go up, I think. So we make the gravity in the set direction a little bit plus, so maybe a 1. And then he must make it more straight up there. It's wrong, we must -1. No, you see, that is too hard. So we make here a minus 0.1, 0, minus 0.1. And it's better. Yes. And you will not see that later because our material is a black material that we have there. And he takes then that material here that we give them. So we go to rendered mode and let it play. Okay, we have here too many samples and that all that he can't take in a moment. So we go here back to a normal HD resolution. Make it in a moment to 50 or so. We need more power for that. Then the sampling we can take down to 30 or less. I will take 15 for now. Then transparency we can take off. Then the performance we make to auto tile size. And then we try it again. Good. Look what happens. Maybe I have here no material, so I give them the same material. No, that wasn't it. How would I call that? Search smoke the main material. And now play. Here we see it. And in render mode, we should also see it. Maybe he isn't fast enough for that. I must make a test. So here we have that. That is our main stuff there. And it goes into the color and the brightness, and we'll multiply in that. We let that here away in a moment. And we have that. When we get that here into the density, yeah, and get that in the density, then we have that result. Good. But when we go here in the brightness and then in the density, oops, no, from here to here, then you see we have less of them. That we can handle about the contrast. So we tap here 1. That is more or less. And when we type here 20, we get a little bit more. But we need much more. So we go from here to density, here to density, and get them into the multiply. And then, oh, here isn't the density, so we must make it here, and that we can plug off. So we got that. The multiply will take to 20, maybe more. Density is 1. Antistrophic volume is okay. So let's look what is the problem for that. We can try it here harder, 100, and contrast of 1. Looks better. We make a play. Hope that don't crash. Because I have here this record machine on to record this video and make that here and make that to render. That is much for computer. So let's look what the power says. Yeah, it's GPU. Yeah. Good. We must wait that it renders to it. So then he has it in the cache, and then it goes faster. Then we can see what we have there. Can also let it in a moment in the other mode so that it goes faster. That is what is the real. And the same we want to have in cycles mode, in random mode. So he starts again from the front, the air that comes out. That's all fine. render that. You see, he tries to make here instances of that all and create maps over maps. That's much you have to do there. And you see the memory, 500 megabyte he takes for that. So we wait a little. Good, we stop it at this time. Then we render that. And we see he only have that here and not the rest of that. And that is because of our values here. So we give them a more contrast. No, then we give them less. 0.1. Uh-huh. 0.1 is better, you see it. Maybe we got more than 0.1, 0.05. That looks good. When we go here to this frame, it should be longer. It is longer. And when we have here 100, we give them 30 maybe. That is too less, I think. You see it here. It's too thin. The density is not high enough. So 100 was maybe good. We take a 200 to see the difference. 200. Okay. We have here this one. We try here another one. 0, 1. The problem that I have is for me that's here too straight and here this don't fit with a real train smoke. So we go here to the solid mode so we can see that better. We let that play. And then here under this physics, we can go here down. That we have a faster one for the start. Divisions. So that goes a little bit faster. We now must try to get them faster. So we have 0, 1 high here. That makes it slower. So we take here 2. So we have faster. Okay. Then this is the density we have. Then we need this object itself, this sphere. We stop that here and get the sphere itself. Here we have the speed 2, so we can play around with that. When we take here a slower value and let them go to the end and start new. Yeah, that looks better. The normal we try to 1 maybe. What happens then? It goes more to the up. That we don't want, so 0.1. And you see it goes down. That is better. And maybe we should go with this a little bit higher, that the smoke can be higher than the rest there. So we go here to edit mode and get this back part there and bring them more up. So we try it again. Yeah, it's much for my computer. Very, very, very much. Good, maybe we must make that before we build that all that we make that he creator. I think now it's late to do that, but okay, no problem. Ah, he had it. Okay. But for me, it can go a little bit higher. So this gravity, we can make here one more, I think, with a 0.2. Let's see what happens. I think it goes a little bit higher, but not much. So I try it here with hard words. Now it goes down. So that means when we take here um, minus 0.005, that is too much. Minus 0.5 minus 5. That goes straight up. So that is too much. So minus 1. It is a tricky thing. This all the simulations, eagle water or something else is the same shit like this with the smoke and something else. You must tweak a lot and a lot and a lot to find the best settings for that. And try and try and try. And there is no thing that you don't have. Uh-huh. There you see the temperature makes it here that it ends before. When we get it more high, uh-huh, we got that. That is not what we want to have. So we make here 0.1 maybe. Mm. The density we don't need, we try that here. The 4 makes there no sense. 0.1, make it a little bit longer, I think. Yes, it comes more to this size. That's good. The scale time we don't need to. Then this ball again. So we stop that for a moment and go here to wireframe or something that we can get this ball, this sphere. We go to first layer, first frame. There we can see the ball. So now we start it in solid mode and play it. And we take here other values, 0.1. No. So we take here the highest one. Too high. And so you test that. Begin with low and then go to high and then find a way that is good for you. The volume itself. Makes no sense. So 0.1. Makes no sense too. So 0. This velocity we bring down. And we go maybe here back to smoke. Object mode. And bring it in there. So we must try with that all shit there. And we go here higher to 96 now. I will see something from the reel. And it renders and renders and renders. Horrible. There it comes. That is too slow. Maybe I take wind here or force field or something else. That is too, and the gravity is too high, I think. So we go here in the gravity and put them here to minus 0.5. You see it comes more to the down. Maybe we can make it with gravity. So we give them here minus 20 or something. It isn't fast enough. That is the problem in the moment. When it were fast enough, then we haven't that problem. So I must try where is there the power. Temp, I know there you can make some faster. 0.1. But it don't is enough for that. So what we can do here, think we can only make here some stuff. Temp difference 0.1. It don't makes it faster. 6. This gives them more variation, I think, and it goes a little bit faster. Then source, we tried again. 5. No. 0.1. No. Normal. 5. Wow. That is happy. So we take a 2. It makes it faster or slower. That is a good news. So when we get here, yeah, we make now force field, I think. That can be good then. Yeah, okay. So we stop that here and bring here in a force field. So add force field wind. We rotate X 90, rotate X 180, and then we scale it in the Y. So that makes how strong the wind blows there. And then we let them calculate that. The wind isn't strong enough, we see that. So we can handle that here by the strength. We give them here 10. You see, it blows to the back. That is the fact that we want. Okay, we stop it here, maybe there, and then file, save, and we take a render of that. That looks better. Only the rest is the problem in the moment, I think. So we go here back to solid. We see what happens here and give them more time to reach. Good start. It comes out here. Yeah, it blows up. The wine blows it away. Yeah, yeah. All looks good. We only must find now a place in timeline where it looks real good. So we try more of them. I think here was a good. That one, maybe. Look, that looks good. Now we can look front to the camera, but that gives full look. That is the look for that. When we play it, and take it here. It looks a little bit better maybe, but it is too high, I think. So when we give them more wind, it can be better. So we go here to solid again. We have here this field and we give them 15 and let them play. So you see that goes more down. And you can also make their noise or something else, what you all want. That's not the problem in that. So that close it there. Maybe we can make it harder. That is too less wide, I think. It goes too high here. So we give them here 30 or something. So start again. Fire. Now he makes it smaller. Yeah, yeah, maybe a little bit more power. So we take here render. Yeah, that looks real good. And don't forget you can handle the density of that here with this contrast and so on. When we take here a 10, then you see it lights up. Then the density is less, you see it there. And when we here go higher, then it was better and better and better, harder and harder. The density grows. And thing on that, we have now the resolution down. When you pull up the resolution to the number that we had before, then we have another detail or resolution. Yeah, then it looks more realistic. Then. Good. I'll add it for today. We can make one render to see what it really looks like. We go here back to 100. We go here to render of 120. And the rest here is good, I think. File, save, and now we render that. See here, it's not the fastest one, but what should it be? We must take what we get. Good. I do it. You can play around with these values there. You know, see how that works, what you can test, and make it as long as you want to get a good result there. We see us then in the next part to get the rest of that. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.